Hi everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you guys my entire shipping process from when I pull items from inventory all the way through printing the shipping labels and then packaging items. If you have been following my YouTube channel, you know that I have recently moved into a new house that has a larger working area for my home business, which is primarily selling on eBay. After we moved into our new house, it did take me about 5 days to get all of the inventory put away and get the entire shipping area ready to go so that I could start pulling merchandise to ship. So I did have a lot of packages that all needed to go out, so I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to vlog the entire process in my new shipping workspace. Some of the most frequent questions that I get about eBay has to do with shipping, and I know that you guys really enjoy a lot of the tutorial style shipping videos that I have on my channel, so that was one of the first videos that I wanted to do after getting into my new workspace. So if you enjoy and appreciate videos going over different shipping techniques, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and also do remember to subscribe if you would like to follow my journey working from home and selling on eBay. And without further ado, let's get into it. So currently my shipping area is definitely set up for function. I have not yet gone through and done all of the little organizational things I'm hoping to get to or decor ideas that I have. I do need to get back to work because it's all about making money. When you take time off, your income goes down. So I needed to get everything back up and running as fast as possible. But as soon as I get all of it kind of the way I envision it being, I will definitely do an updated video about all of my shipping areas. But for now, I just have my old computer desk and a computer that's sitting here, and this is just strictly going to be for printing shipping labels. And then right next to my desk and my printer, I of course have my shipping station. This is just a standard 4-foot workbench that I got from Menards. I will try to find some sort of link to either the identical one that I bought or a similar one just so you can see exactly what it is and where it came from. But I have found that having a dedicated shipping table is essential to streamlining your shipping process, because the faster you can get through the actual shipping process, the faster you can move on with your business and get more work accomplished. So now I'm not going to go through each individual supply that I use for shipping. Instead, I will just go ahead and link all of my essential favorite shipping supplies down in the video description. Those will be affiliate links, so if you do want to help support my channel by making a purchase through those links, I greatly appreciate it. So now, of course, before we actually ship all of the items that sold on eBay, we need to pull them from inventory. I have been pulling merchandise from inventory for shipping the exact same way for the last few years, and it always goes just like this. I will simply bring up my eBay seller app and I will go into the sellers tab and then click on the paid and ship now button. That way I can see all of the solds that are paid for and ready to be shipped. If you just click on the sold button, you're also going to see items that might be awaiting payment, which you obviously don't want to ship those because payment has not yet been received. And then I will just scroll through all of those paid and ship now items. I usually start at the bottom and work my way up to the top, and I just start going through, walking around my inventory bins and pulling each sale one at a time. Now, before I go through and start actually pulling merchandise from inventory, I wanted to show you some of the items that sold for me within 6 hours of being listed. So I've actually set these items aside because what happened was I spent an entire afternoon listing on eBay, and then at the end of the day, I came downstairs to start putting that newly listed inventory away. However, some items sold so quickly that I didn't even need to put them away because we all want to know what items sell the fastest. Am I right? I sold a 16 fluid ounce pump style bottle of Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser, a 12 fluid ounce bottle of CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser, a 2-pack lot of Good Wipes Down There V-Fresh wipes, a twin pack of Banana Boat Ultra Sport sunscreen SPF 30, a Veet spray-on cream hair remover, a 2-pack of Old Spice Sweat Defense Stronger Swagger deodorants, a tub of Camille Rose coconut water penetrating hair treatment, a Casio FX Plus scientific calculator, Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Mist, a 2-pack of Sun Bum Pina Colada Cocoa Balm Lip Balm, an Honest Beauty Depuff Eye Gel, an 8 fluid ounce bottle of Living Proof Frizz-Free Conditioner, the Art of Shaving Safety Razor, a Schick Intuition Fab razor cartridge refill, a purple Sphinx travel razor, a 2-pack of Fujifilm mini film value packs. There was 60 film replacements in each, so 120 total. A 3-count lot of Secret Cleansing body wipes. And that's everything that sold within only a few hours of being listed on eBay. Now let's pull everything else that needs to get shipped today. So now, since I've only just recently put all of these bins away and I plan to add some more shelves, I actually have some work that's going to be done on these basement windows, so I can't have all of my shelving units put up just yet. But once I do get those shelving units put up, I do plan to rearrange where my inventory bins are located. The whole idea of my inventory bins is to kind of have it set up like you would see store categories at a department store. I want to have one shelving unit that's all for skincare, for instance, and one shelving unit that's all for supplements and vitamins, and another one that's all for large, oversized hard goods, and so on and so forth. So this is just kind of a temporary hold for all of my merchandise until I can get all of my shelving units up and I can get all of my departments, so to speak, properly organized. But even though it's all kind of a hodgepodge, I did kind of try to put all of my inventory boxes in some sort of similar space so that things are easy to find. I didn't want to do this part of the video in real time because I didn't want to make you guys watch too long, but I did pull approximately 48 items in a little over 12 minutes. So that is actually pretty good. That is, you know, a lot faster than I used to be able to pull merchandise when I had individual inventory numbers on them. So even though it kind of seems like it might be a little bit more work to store your inventory this way, I find it significantly faster when it comes to pulling things. And it's not as much work up front. I don't have to assign inventory numbers. I don't have to look up specific inventory numbers when I go to pull items. I just basically reference what the item is with the bin it would be in. For instance, if I had a face wash, I would go to the skincare and cleanser box and I would just open it up, look in, find the face wash I was looking for. And that seems to just go speedy quick for me. All right, so now we have everything pulled and we need to figure out which items need to be combined. Sometimes I will have buyers buy multiple items, and if they do it all in a single transaction, then eBay will automatically group those for me for the shipping label. But sometimes buyers will buy things separately and make separate payments. And when that happens, you as the seller must combine the orders in order to ship the items together to save on shipping. So I'm going to show you exactly how I figure out which items need to be combined so I don't accidentally ship items separately. And for that, we're going to go into my computer and we are going to take a look at the labels. So now the first step is doing bulk shipping. At this time, we are not printing any shipping labels. We are just preemptively looking to see which orders may need to be combined, if any. This day in particular, I did know that there were some orders that needed to be combined, but I couldn't remember how many and I couldn't remember what they were. So in this step, we are not actually printing any shipping labels. We are just doing this for peace of mind, so we make sure that we don't accidentally ship items separately that should have been combined. So the first thing that we're going to do is check mark this box next to actions. That way all of the items that are ready to be shipped are selected, and then we click print labels from the drop down and then continue. This is going to bring up the shipping label bulk printer. And what eBay is going to do for us is eBay is going to show us all of the orders that need to be combined. So first, we just need to wait for all of the orders to load. Depending on how many you have, it can take a little bit. I had 48, so it did take a little bit of time for everything to load up. You'll notice that everything has been loaded, obviously, when all of those little icons stop spinning. But once it all gets loaded up, if you scroll back up to the top of the bulk shipping page, there should be a link to combine applicable orders. If that does not light up, you don't have any to combine. If it does, you click on it, eBay will automatically combine those items. Now, again, I'm not printing the shipping labels at this time. I am just using this time as a reference so that I can pull these items out of the bin and place them on my desk together so I do not accidentally ship them separately. So after I go through and make a note of all of the items that need to be combined, I am just simply going to go back into my eBay and I'm going to exit this bulk shipper completely. Now, when I do shipping, I always ship 2 to 4 items at a time. I do this because I print with a laser printer and I like to print 2 shipping labels per page, and I like to go slow and do only a few at a time so I make sure that I don't accidentally mix up shipping labels with packages. I have done that a very, very few amount of times and it never feels good when it happens. The only way that I find I can avoid swapping packages completely is to do 2 or 4 at a time. And typically what I will do is I will pick 2 items or 4 items that ship in a completely separate shipping tier. So I've actually discussed in my Ship Like a Pro video and in my shipping heavy items video the different level tiers for first class. That would be a 4-ounce label, an 8-ounce label, a 12-ounce label, and a 16-ounce label. If you missed those videos, I will link them up in the iCards so that you can go check out those videos if you enjoy this one. But what I try to do is I will pick 2 or 4 items that are all in different weight tiers. That way I do not accidentally mix them up. So for instance, I will pick something that weighs a 4-ounce label and then something else that weighs a 12-ounce label. That way there's no mistake that I'm going to put a 12-ounce label on a 4-ounce package and vice versa. And this means that I do not print any packing slips. I just go low and slow and I print 2 labels at a time pretty much. So one of my favorite shipping supplies are small boxes. My favorite one is the 8-inch by 4-inch by 3-inch. It is a super lightweight box. It does not add a lot of weight to your shipping label. And anything that's small and is in danger of being crushed, I will put into one of these small boxes. And these boxes are so small and convenient. Even this package of razor cartridge refills still shipped for 4 ounces, even being in this box. And having these very small boxes on hand is definitely worth it to ensure that your package arrives undamaged to the buyer. And now I have this bundle of Oral-B toothbrushes. I honestly did not want to just stick them in a poly bag because I feel like presentation is everything with shipping. You want to consider how you would feel if you were the buyer receiving that package. And if I spent, I think it was $20 almost on these toothbrushes, and they just arrived like haphazardly, just thrown into a poly bag, and they might have been damaged in some way, I would have been upset as a buyer. So I'm going to package this how I would want to receive it, and that is in a small box. This is an 8-inch by 6-inch by 4-inch box. It's another really small box that I like to use that does not push you into the priority tier, which would be over a pound. Most of the time I use these boxes, they do definitely stay first class. So I'm just going to nestle these toothbrushes into this small box, and it's still going to ship for a first class price. So here is a tip for shipping mugs. This one is one of those get it done mugs that I showed in an unboxing video for you guys. And I'm pretty sure that a subscriber bought this mug. So thank you very much for your purchase. I always appreciate when you guys shop my eBay store. Mugs are breakable and they are heavy, which means that a lot of the times mugs can end up being really expensive to ship. But my favorite box for shipping coffee mugs is actually the eBay box. It is a 6-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch box. I always get these boxes for free when I use my eBay shipping supply coupon. If you have a store subscription, every 3 months, eBay gives you a shipping supply coupon. The value varies depending on what level of store subscription you have. Because I have a premium store subscription, I get a $50 shipping supply coupon, and I like to use that coupon for either shipping tape, which if I have plenty of shipping tape, I prefer to buy these boxes because these boxes are the perfect size for things like coffee mugs. And so what I do is I will wrap the coffee mugs in bubble wrap. If I don't have any bubble wrap, then I'll use packing paper. I stick them in this eBay 6x4x4 box. It fits perfectly. And then you just simply put that box in a padded flat rate envelope, and it ships for $7.52 if you print your label through eBay. Another one of my favorite shipping supplies is the Scotch Flex and Seal shipping roll. I pretty much talk about this in every shipping video that I do. I've even done a dedicated review video for this Scotch product. I feel like this product was a game changer because it allows you to ship items that might be a little awkward in size. Maybe you don't have a box that will fit it, or you don't have a bubble mailer that will fit it. And what you can actually do is cut to fit the size. So what I'm using it for today is a Quip toothbrush. So if I were to put this in a box, that would be really awkward. I don't really have a box that's narrow and long enough for this. I would have to use a bigger box and use a lot of filler. That means I would have to end up paying more for a shipping label because the box would be bigger. That means it would be heavier and I would have to add fillers to it. So rather than do that, I'm going to use the Scotch Flex and Seal shipping roll. And when I do that, it actually keeps the weight at only 8 ounces, which keeps it one of the cheapest first class shipping rates that's available. And what's awesome about the Scotch Flex and Seal shipping roll is that it has 3 layers of protection. So I don't need to add any sort of filler or any sort of bubble wrap because that packaging will protect it sufficiently. So I don't use the Scotch Flex and Seal shipping roll on every package that I have, but it definitely comes in handy for those times when you have an oddly shaped item, or if you're wanting to save some money on postage by not using a box. So now I know that I've talked about using small boxes, and I've also talked about using this fancy self-sealing adhesive shipping roll, but I also use standard bubble mailers. I don't have any problem using regular good old-fashioned 6-inch by 9-inch bubble mailers. I also have some that are a little bit bigger, like around a 9 by 12-inch. These little ones are perfect for things like cosmetics or packages of razor cartridge refills, which is what I'm shipping here. And now I'm going through packaging up 3 tubes of Colgate toothpaste. I thought it was gonna fit in my 8-inch by 4-inch by 3-inch box, but unfortunately it's a little too tall. But luckily enough, I have those eBay boxes. I do love the 6-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch size, and it fit the toothpaste tubes perfectly, and it was just tall enough. And I know that a lot of people are really scared to use boxes because you feel like boxes are gonna add way too much weight, but I was able to ship 3 tubes of toothpaste in a small box and still only paid for a first class label. So now let's talk about shipping something that can leak. This Cetaphil facial cleanser that has a pump. The pump is set, but it can still leak during transit because all it takes is that pump to turn just about 90 degrees to one direction, and then suddenly everything can start leaking out during transit. So to avoid that, I take some eBay tape and I tape down the sides and make sure that the pump will not turn or pop up. And then I also put it in a baggie. So one of my favorite tips that I've given to you guys, and I know that it's a fan favorite of yours as well, is using this 1096L priority box and putting it inside of a priority flat rate envelope in order to get the cheapest priority shipping price available. When you have an item that weighs over a pound, it can get really expensive, but a priority flat rate envelope, the regular standard size is only $6.94 for top rated sellers that print their labels through eBay. And it's by far the cheapest shipping label for priority that you can get. And these 1096L boxes fit perfectly in here. So anytime I have anything that can leak, I tape the pump down, I bag it up, I put it with some padding in one of these boxes, and then I slide it into one of these priority flat rate envelopes, and I have never had any issues with anything getting damaged in transit, and I was able to get the best possible shipping rate. As a precaution, I do always make sure to tape it up just to make sure that the adhesive doesn't release due to climate conditions. And if you would like to know more about shipping heavy items, I definitely suggest you go watch my How to Ship Heavy Items Cheaper video that I've linked in the iCards. I'll also link it down in the video description below. This next item that I have is a simple fanny pack. Again, I am deciding to ship this fanny pack in a box because all I can think about is presentation. If I paid $18 or $20 for a fanny pack and it arrived in a regular poly bag and it could have gotten crushed or torn during transit, I don't know how I would feel about that. And I know that I can put it in one of these small 8-inch by 6-inch by 4-inch boxes and it will still ship first class. So because I know all of that, that's what I'm going to do because good customer service is super important if you want repeat buyers, which I definitely do. Same thing with this Casio scientific calculator. Someone paid a little over $20 for this, I believe, and I don't want to just stick it in a bubble mailer. I keep thinking about presentation, so I want to put it in a box because I know I can put it in one of these small boxes and it will still ship first class. You don't have to package things in bubble mailers to keep the shipping cheap. Small boxes are awesome, and they're not nearly as expensive as people think. If you buy small boxes in bulk, the little ones are just a little bit more than the bubble mailers, and I think it's well worth the price for customer satisfaction. Now, these Instax Fujifilm rolls, Fujifilm film, these are heavy enough that they do need to go priority, and 2 boxes are going to fit perfectly in a padded flat rate envelope. So I'm just going to slip them in there and pay $7.52 for the label. And now moving on to this hair conditioner. Again, this is something else that could leak, so you definitely want to make sure that it's bagged. And I am also going to be putting it in a box because something like that, if it gets dropped, it can crack and get damaged. So I want to put it in a small box, and I want to make sure that there is plenty of padding to protect it. You can either use bubble wrap or you can use packaging paper. I personally prefer to use packaging paper because I feel like it keeps the item from shifting as much. And you can see here, this is definitely mom life. Benjamin has been here next to me this whole time, and he decided that he wanted to jump up on the shipping table and help me put tape on a package. So fun fact, if you ever buy something from my eBay store, there's a good chance that Benjamin helped me package it. Now, there are a lot of times where I will have to remove stickers during the shipping process because if I have an item where I have multiple quantities, I don't like to remove all of the stickers before putting them away just so that I can save time. It's not really a big deal for me to have to remove a few stickers during shipping. I'd rather save that time early on and get as much stuff listed as possible rather than sitting around and taking off a whole bunch of stickers. So if stickers are left on the items, I'll go ahead and put them away in inventory. I don't really worry about it because it just took me an extra 30 seconds to take off the stickers before I ship them. And of course, to take off those stickers, I use a Scotch peeler, which is one of the tools that I talked about as being an essential tool that I think every reseller should have. I did a video talking about all of the tools that I think are super important. Again, I will link that up in the iCards if you missed it, but the Scotch peeler, I'm telling you, is an epic tool if you have a lot of stickers to remove. Okay, so now this is a group of items that I ended up having to combine, and this is the perfect opportunity to show you how I'm using a regional A box. Regional A boxes I know are very, very confusing to a lot of people. I actually did an entire dedicated video going over what regional boxes are and how to use them. Again, that's a video that I will link for you to reference if you missed it. Essentially, what a regional box does is it is a flat fee of whatever the 2-pound rate would be. So if I were to ship this to California, say, even if it weighed 5 pounds, I would only be paying for 2 pounds of it. So it's kind of like a flat rate in a sense, but it does vary depending on where your buyer is in relation to you. But for a regional A box, you will pay a 2-pound weight rate. And for a regional B box, you pay a 4-pound weight rate. So for a much deeper explanation, make sure to refer to that video that I did talking all about regional boxes and how to use them. And now I'm just taking a quick minute to write a thank you note to this particular buyer. Not only is this buyer a repeat customer for me, but it's also one of my subscribers. So again, if you do choose to support my eBay business and shop my eBay store, please let me know in the buyer comments that you are a subscriber. That way I can show my appreciation, because anytime someone shops my store and follows my YouTube channel, I am extraordinarily grateful. So now there are times I will sell very inexpensive supplements or vitamins, and when they're very inexpensive, I don't necessarily use a box with them because they did get such a good deal and it's something that's so small. So something as simple as a $7 generic supplement, I will just stick in one of these small bubble mailers. And here is the finished product for the day. While I was doing shipping, I actually sold a few more things, and so I added to the pile. I think when all was said and done, I had 52 packages or so. Let me know, does that happen to you while you're doing shipping? Do you start getting more sales? I seem to think that it has something to do with the algorithm and generating some sort of activity, because when you're printing shipping labels, you're showing eBay that you're a seller that is prompt about getting packages out. And I feel like that helps you push up and search a little bit more. So every time I do shipping, it seems like I always get a couple more sales. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys see that too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if you like this style video. I am kind of trying some new things right now, especially with the current situation I have. It's really hard for me to talk to the camera anymore. Sometimes I just have to film and then do voiceover. So I'm kind of trying to do some different things so I can make sure that I keep having content to put out for you guys. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, also make sure to hit the thumbs up button and remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I post new content. Don't forget to check the video description. I will put any helpful videos and product links down there. And thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye-bye.